Hello, it's been a while since I've done a video. It's been a while. This is more like a relaxing video. Not much, not like the weekly readings I do and monthly readings or horoscopes. This is more like kind of relax and chill, but at the same time kind of showing oracle cards and kind of just read from them, and just kind of more like a chill kind of night. Tomorrow I'll probably do more. I'm gonna probably do a weekly reading tomorrow, but we'll see. So yeah, it's been a while since I haven't done a reading. A lot of things have happened. One thing is I moved. So I moved and around September. So it's been almost 3 months. No, August I think I moved. Yeah, in August. So August, 3 to 4 months. So now I'm settled. Now I am fully set to do readings because it's been quite a while since I haven't done reading. So I'm quite excited to get back on the game with this, and may take a little bit to warm up, I guess. So I'm just warming up again and getting the hang of doing this again, and but in a more calmer manner, and then slowly build my momentum because it's been very draining with moving and shifting and transitioning and then starting to work again. And so and then getting myself balanced again, having a nice balanced lifestyle again. It's really nice. So now that I have that, I can start doing videos now, since before it was quite hectic. I didn't have it wasn't that balanced before, but now everything's starting to kind of center itself. So so I decided to do kind of more of a calming video. I do want to call it ASMR, but it's more just relaxing. So just want to do some readings. I have a few decks here, oracle cards here. So I'm just going to show them off. I have this Rumi oracle here that I can read from just to get some guidance throughout the week, let's just say. And hi, I thought you weren't going to watch. Hey. Thank you for joining. We'll try the Sacred Rebels as well. So I'm just gonna read from here too. Okay, so Rumi Oracle, then I'll take out from Sacred Rebel. And this one. I want to try this one. Isis Oracle too. Okay. So I'm gonna try this one out. And then I'll just take like a normal card reading from the Psychic Tarot. I have another one that I really like. I can't find it because I'm still unboxing all my boxes. So I was just able to unbox everything tonight, and I was able to grab all these decks that I have. So I have more, but they're all packed away somewhere. So yeah. Okay, so before I start pulling a card out from one of these decks, I'll light an incense for you guys. Okay, so like I said, this video is more just like a relaxing video, just to chill back and just be relaxed and hear the messages that the oracle cards want to give out for you guys. And then either tomorrow or Sunday, I'll do like a more serious weekly reading. Well, this is serious too, but I mean, tarot can be very intense. I find like oracle cards are more like more relaxing. Like, I don't know, that's why I'm like making a relaxing theme. Oracle cards are like kind of like a guidance, like a gentle message, like gentle guidance from someone that's very wise. Oracle cards give me that impression, like a beautiful poetry or a beautiful, I don't know. It's just, there's something about it that is enlightening, or kind of like a blueprint of what things are to come and things about life. Very poetic. That's how I find it, like that. And that's how I relate to oracle cards. They like a life lesson kind of reading. Tarot cards tend to be very intense. Like, they're very serious. They're very like life situations and things that you need to watch out, things that you need to take precaution, things that are happening, emotional situations. Like, it's archetypes of the human behavior, right? So everything that we go on, that happens to us in our daily life. So it can be quite intense sometimes, the messages. So, but these ones are more like guidance, gentle messages, all that stuff. So, all right. So I'm just gonna light this incense so that we have some good energy, calming energy. This incense is lavender, so pretty calming. So I'm just gonna place it around. So yeah, this is just kind of like an introduction because I haven't been on for quite a while. So I think like a year. Yeah, a bit less than a year, but so I'm trying to get back to it. So yeah. So we have that set up. The lavender incense, calming music, and cards to read. Okay. All right, so let's start with the Rumi Oracle. So we're going to do Rumi Oracle. Lots of wisdoms and guidance from these wise teachers. So, an innovation into the heart of the divine. So we're going to tune in to divinity here. Connecting with divinity. I'm mostly going to read from the book, right? Because these messages tend to be very long. And so there's like, yeah. So I'm just going to read from it. I like the color. It's so nice and magenta. I like the color tones of the cards. Okay, so see, the cards are so pretty cards. We're basically having like an oracle party. Oracle card party. So we have, they're kind of reversed. Some of them. Let's see. So the colors are really nice. Oh, I like this one. It's so vibrant. It's called The Dissolving Light. This one is Victory of Miriam. Strong colors. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I have a very interesting story that happened during the 11/11 word opening. I may talk about that a bit more, but maybe at the end. And kind of like connecting with like my star brothers and soul family. It was so intense. It was so emotional. It was like, beings take advantage when it's 11/11. They just come in and it's the closest thing to reaching them, because the portal basically opens, so there's like a thin layer between us and them. So, oh, this one's nice. I like the purple color. Star of Venus. Oh, this is Star of Venus. Okay, so I just wanted to show them off a bit. And I'm going to read from them. Okay. All right. Let's see what kind of guidance you guys need for this week and what kind of messages you would like to receive. This is more of a gentle message. This is more of like a guidance, a story. So take it in, integrate it, and hopefully it resonates. Okay? So let's shuffle them a bit. Wow, this is nice. It's called Sacred Union. Okay, we have this nice card. Let's take a look at the colors. Look at these colors. They're so beautiful. Has lots of yellow, purple. Oh, it's really nice. You can see like an individual with beautiful wings here. It's a female, like a female energy. And then another energy here. Looks like more of a masculine energy, but it doesn't really matter. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. It's just a sacred union. So unifying, connecting. So it's a sacred union. So let's read what this has to say for you guys, okay? So I'm going to look at it in here. Let's see. This is number 19. Oh, here it is. I found. Okay, so I'm just going to read from it. Read from this card. So this is how it looks like, okay? Okay, this is called the Sacred Union. And this is kind of like the quote. It's very poetic. I'll read from the quote first and then read from what it says, and hopefully it can resonate with you guys. So, Sacred Union. Only the oneness of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in this world is momentary. So that is a beautiful message from Rumi. So it says here, stupefied with bliss, I become without thought. There is no grief in that loss. I gladly surrender my intelligence in favor of this mindlessness. Like I said, it's very private. It is ecstasy, rapture, the sweetness of the union, so sacred, overwhelms my senses. The lover and the beloved are my world. Nothing else exists except this love, this unity of divine masculine and divine feminine, and the fresh new universe that shall be born from their sacred conjoining. I wonder if any of you guys are going to have a child, because this is like a sacred union and it's talking about like a being born. It says, yeah, that shall be born from their sacred conjoining. So maybe talking about pregnancy, guys. So it happens even now, between my body and my spirit, and in yours, and in his over there, and that woman passing by. All creation in sacred, rapturous embrace, so shocking and wild, this frenzy of loving delight without limits. Let us be swept away, my beloved, in the passionate loving that renders duality into one and tips the mind into empty ecstasy. So that's really intense. That's quite a powerful energy that I sense between you and someone, or you and your spouse, or you and your partner, or any love interest that you may be interested in. There's just such a powerful connection here. Even the colors is just such a powerful union here. So I'm just so memorized by the colors of it, right? So yeah, it's talking about connection. It's talking about connection with other people, connection with someone you may have a strong bond with, or it can be, finally kind of joining each other to conceive a third a third being coming from both of you. So that can be the message as well. I'm just going to read a bit more here. You lucky, lucky angel, you are to be blessed with sacred union. This union is of the lover and the beloved, the masculine and the feminine. That which appears to be opposite will no longer appear to be so. There is a coming together that is destined and divine. You are to be swept up in a wave of such love. Like you. This oracle comes to you as a portent, a sign of that which is to come, and also as a confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. You have been working to integrate masculine and feminine energies within. Oh, perhaps you have not used those words, but you have been attempting to find the balance between living a surrendered life and leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative to set something in motion, when to put your body, mind, and soul into getting your shoulder behind something to push. You have been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. Instead, you have intended to show it up for what it is, to seek out the genius of life through unconditional acceptance, instead of judging and fearing, resisting what is, as though it were a big mistake, perhaps caused by ignorance within. No, you do not seek to hide from love anymore. You have been learning, step by step, how to embrace it and allow it to embrace you. What a journey you are taking, beautiful, lucky angel. Wow, that's really nice. I like the message of it. It's like, I feel it's as if like you have been pushing something away from you. It's like kind of like disconnecting from, disconnecting a part of you, or disconnecting yourself from what love is, right? So I feel like this card suggests that that's going to be kind of it's going to reactivate this week. It's going to start to show itself, the sensation of what love can be, right? Or how far you can take it, even with your spouse or your partner or your romantic interest, right? There is something that can be reactivated and ignited again with each other. That's what I see. Very romantic, it can be passionate, right? Or just finally having that embrace of finally, perhaps conceiving, bringing a child into, the physical world, right? Or connecting with the one that really, ignites you, and there can definitely be passion between the both of you. So lots of, I feel like it's going to be like your heart space is going to be activated again this week. It's going to just not reactivated, like something inside of you is going to be alive again. Maybe I think perhaps situations were kind of diluted, situations kind of slowed down, or situations kind of like numbed you perhaps, in regards to love, in regards to relationships, and those situations really kind of left you kind of a little bit cold, perhaps, maybe frozen hard for a bit. But this situation that's going to happen this week is going to melt your heart again. That's what I feel. And then feel that feeling of love again. And that's what I sense, right? With this card of sacred union. Okay. So that's what I sense. And some either like divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy is going to kind of reactivate it again. That's what I sense. Okay. So yeah, that was Oracle Rumi. I really like these cards. I want to take another one. Oh, this one's beautiful too. Beyond death and life. So I've been going through this kind of struggle too in regards to life and death. Seeing that the day that my father passed recently happened, and it's been quite a struggle. It's been quite an emotional time for me in regards to things beyond death and life, and it makes you think, makes you question a lot of things about your reality, makes you kind of, sometimes it feels like reality glitches a bit, and like suddenly everything it doesn't feel real. It's not like you disassociate, it's different. It's like, because I tend to disassociate sometimes, but this is like a glitch, like in the Matrix. And I know I mentioned this before so many times in my videos, but it's like the sense of reality doesn't feel real anymore. It's like you're here for such a short while. You're here for such a temporary stay. It's not even that long. Like it's like life is not just about here on earth. There's so much more after life, and it's like you go back to where you came from. And there's much more beyond life, like after death, and there's like a whole new reality, and there's lots of realities around us. So different realities, different dimensions. So, and you start to feel like this reality is like insufficient. I don't know what it means. It's like it's so insignificant compared to everything else that exists, right? So it's hard to explain. It's like, and you're here in this earth, and you have to. I just realized life. You're in life. Yeah, life is like a bicycle. Life is like you move forward. You don't stop. There's no sense of pause at all in life. Well, once in a while you can pause and go to a retreat, or just try your best to meditate and be in stillness. And in nature you can be in stillness too, but there isn't. The life is always moving forward, and it's always moving, getting things done. It's like that's what this life is based on, 3D density. So even 4D. I don't know. I don't want to go too far, and this is a conversation you should do in a podcast. But I want to focus on cards right now, so I get off track. So I get like deep conversations like that. Anyway, so I was really drawn to this card, so I just really want to read what this card is about too. So since I've been so into this topic of life, like what's beyond death, after life, death beyond life, yeah, or life beyond death and life. So yeah, there's just there's another reality out there, right? And I can sense it a lot in this card. So I'm gonna read it. It's interesting. It's the first card too in here. So I'm going to read this one too, and then we'll head to the next oracle card. So this one says, beyond death, life. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. So that's a little quote from Rumi. I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, for what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth, as pure, beyond all experience, unattained, ever innocent, as a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. So it's just so beautiful. Like right away, as soon as I started reading, I connected it to my father, saying like, can you hear me? Can you listen to me? I'm calling you. And it's true. I hear him all the time. I hear him talk all the time, and I feel him connect with me. And even dimensions. Even though we're separated through dimensions, you can't separate our connection. It's very strong, and I can sense him all the time, and him leaving me messages. I get it. And because of that, because I had such a strong connection with my father, that when he crossed to the other side, like when he passed and he's now in a different dimension, I'm still so connected to him that I feel what he's going through sometimes on the other side. I really do. And I can sense his experiences sometimes. And I have these weird moments sometimes. When he recently passed 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, I can sense situations that he was going through in his dimension where he is. And some moments felt like I was him. And I felt like I was, there was a moment in time where I was like, in the airplane, and we were ready to depart, and it's so strange. I felt like I was getting ready to get in the plane, and I felt like a lot of like gathering souls, like something was gathering souls in a plane, and we all just went inside the plane, and it felt like I was leaving something. I felt like I was leaving behind people here. It was strange. I'm like, but I'm just going to Costa Rica, just traveling there, because this is the same time I went to Pachamama, I think, when he recently passed, and it just felt like I felt such a tremendous peace, and I felt like everything around me was light, and as the plane was leaving, it felt like I was ascending. It was strange. It was just. But before that, I would look at the planes fly off in the sky, and it felt like they were leaving. Like, it's just strange. I felt like I was looking at a bunch of souls cross over, and I felt like they were all ascending and into like a different reality dimension, or leaving the earth plane. And I was just looking at it, and I didn't feel like it was like a human reality anymore, and I just saw it, it happen, and there's such a huge, like, tremendous amount of peace I felt, and a feeling of like letting go and moving forward, but leaving behind some bits with a sense of sadness, but a peaceful sadness, but it's still such a painful feeling still, but you just have so much peace. It's so strange. Like, like I have those moments where when we cross, like kind of like an 11:11 feeling, like we're connected, we're kind of living similar realities, we're kind of linked but in different realities, and we're suddenly experiencing each other's moments and time. It's oh my goodness, I can go on with this, but yeah, there's sometimes like I can feel it, and I can listen, and I can connect with him, and I'm pretty sure anybody who connects to this card can relate to that as well, can relate to people passing or someone you're connected with. If you have moments where you feel them, you feel your loved one, and it's them actually talking to you, and they know you listen, you can feel it. You have moments in time when you kind of hear them, you kind of sense them, and it's not in your head, it's actually them. It's them communicating with you, and there's a moment in time where you actually both are linked. And even though you're separated through dimensions, different dimensions, you still have this strong cord connected with them. And we have moments in time where suddenly we're linked, right? And suddenly not linked, but suddenly you're linked. So it's strange. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like they're speaking to you. And if you have any loved ones that passed away, they know that they suggest to connect with us, connect with them, and listen, because there's a lot of messages they're giving to you guys. Yeah, the time has come. Lay it to rest now. The ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, from what you have known is now too small for your soul. So it's like saying a part of an awakening is happening now for you. Like everything you've known so far, everything, like sometimes, when we lose loved ones, we have a moment where we kind of like shift internally and we're not the same anymore. It's like it's like kind of activates something, and it kind of awakens you again in a more elevated level, whereas like the reality that you're living in no longer it's kind of like too small now for what you already know. It's like you've seen the truth, you've seen how it is out there on the other side, and so when you come back into this reality, it's just so small compared to what really is out there. And it's such a hard transition. It's so hard to come back to this reality in that sense because of it, right? So, yeah, so I'll just read a bit more of it. So I'm just I like to kind of analyze and kind of like summarize and feel intuitively what it can mean for you and for me, right? For me and for you, right? Yeah, it's kind of like, I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers. Yeah, kind of like eliminate, like stripping away the layers of your humanity, of your ego. Kind of like what how your human experience basically, and kind of making you see beyond this world. So yeah, definitely a very deep connection to the spirit world. Probably you are connecting to the spirit world, perhaps maybe taking some herbal medicine or psychedelics, or maybe ayahuasca or something that allows you to escape this reality and experience beyond death, or like, because a lot of people have like death, like a feeling of death experiences when they take these kind of things. So after that, you may feel like, oh, what I know is already too big to be able to just accept this is in my reality, going back into normal experiences here. It can be difficult after that experience. In my case, it's also not only that, but it was also the death of my father that kind of awakened that, and I kind of expanded that knowledge as well, awareness actually. So yeah, you shall know yourself in truth as pure, beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent, as a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. So that's very beautiful. I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I can finish off this reading. The soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world, in the first place, is to realize its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to the realization of divine oneness, and the more powerful its determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious immersion into the divine presence. So here you are, an old soul, at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in. Or perhaps you are fearful of resisting as you greet your unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. There is no punishment in this ending, nor is there anything to fear. There may be pain, there may be grief and loss, there may be uncertainty and even insecurity, yet you have a heart big enough to bear such growing pains. Your heart is even big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you as you stumble across her in the course of your clumsy, inspired travails into new life. You can scoop her up in your arms and spin her widely about as it delights in your embrace, throwing her head back and laughing her vibrant, contagious laughter, filling you with exquisite ecstasy. Yes, you shall know the truth, the knowledge that the divine is with you, guiding every unfolding moment of your life journey. No matter how dark it may at first appear, the divine is with you, in unflinching generosity, with compassion, and with fierce passion for your blossoming into all that you are, all that you can be. So, wow, that's really beautiful. And well, it's up to you to see what that means, right? If it resonates with you. I kind of already analyzed and digested the first section of it, and then the rest will be up to you and how it relates to you. Okay, so we're done with the Rumi oracle. That was fun. I like the colors of these cards so much, so that was Rumi. Rumi seems very poetic, gives me the feeling of divinity connecting with our divine feminine, divine masculine energies, of course, and it's so interdimensional too. Like it's so gives me the feeling like it goes beyond physical reality, physical human experience. The messages it gives is like it's beyond the human, beyond human experience. So like the death card, right? Like, it's kind of like a death card. It's like beyond death too. So okay, so that was Rumi. Let's see another one. Sacred Rebels Oracle. I like this one. It's my favorite too. Sacred Rebels Oracle. I like this too. Okay, so let's take a card. Book. The inside is yellow. I like the color tones for this one too. So nice. Okay, let's see what card we get. This one. Okay, so these are how the cards look like. Very nice. like the Rumi cards, they give me a feeling of like going beyond, physical reality. It's like there's like that feeling you get like I said, like when you cross to the other side, when you leave the human experience, it gives you a feeling of beyond life, beyond human, be interdimensional and like spiritual and ethereal. It gives me that feeling like the messages from them, the divine, and the beyond, to understand beyond. These ones, the sacred rebels, really for sure, connect me with the, feminine energy, more like goddess energy, like female goddesses, or divine masculine energies, right? But it's very female, very feminine, these cards. So, but with like lots of wisdom, like fierce, gentleness, also spiritual, and also very does a bit more beyond the human experience as well. But there's just so much. I can't describe it, but like, see, like for example, this card. So drawn to this one. Like understanding beyond as well the human experience, right? At the same time, some cards that relate to the human experience as well, right? So, and messages, of how you should flow, and messages of guidance of, being a human, right? More messages of being a human, and what we should do, like we're learning to receive, right? So this gives me more of like earthly vibes, but gives me more of like a Pachamama vibe. So it's like very connected to the four elements, very connected to Mother Earth, working with Mother Earth, working with the four elements, very grounding, very shamanic, I feel. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle them. Let's see what messages we can get. Ooh, this is interesting. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Remember in a previous reading I got this card also. I was playing around with the Sacred Rebels. Yeah, so I got this card before too. I think I said something like, it looks like she's beaming out. Like they're beaming her out. That's really interesting. So it's like, I don't know, like she's, yeah, it's funny because we're talking about seeing ourselves more than just humans, and seeing this reality, but seeing what this reality is more than what we think it is, right? So I'm going to read about it. So I'm going to read it. So relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So let's see, 26. There you go. Got it right here. So let's read it. Okay, it says, Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of high voltage reality. Quantum leap. It sounds like a quantum leap. And it's kind of like green too. It kind of reminds me of like a moldavite crystal with color. I don't know why I'm thinking about moldavite suddenly, or like quantum leap. That's the feeling I'm getting with this card. we are like shifting into a higher frequency now. So I know, well, my teacher said that we're now, my crystal teacher said that we've now jumped into 5D. So we're in 5D now finally. So we're experiencing these shifts, and there's so many energetic things happening, like changes, and it can cause a lot of damage. The weather conditions can be very harsh because of all these shifts in energies. So yeah, so I feel like, like suddenly, like you downloaded something. This relates to what happened to me in the 11/11 experience too, where like I downloaded so much information, like an upgrade. It's like you're going through an upgrade, right? And you've received like a download of information, or of like awakening. It's like it's not like the awakening we received in 2011 to 2012. It's similar, but it's different. It's like a reprogramming of like a upgrade, like a download that that gives you like a high voltage. Like you're functioning in high speed now, right? High speed internet. So that's you right now. That's why I'm connecting it to multilite crystal, like the green, like in basically a quantum leap you're receiving right now, right? And I've been receiving it too, and I've been feeling it intensely. So this is what's happening with you. So so you're being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level, right? So you're like leaving 3D and jumping into basically 5D reality. Elevating yourself into a higher dimension now. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us, more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of great, big, cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe? Taking too long and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution, where all things matter according to a sensational cycle and right timing. You are a part of it. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. Wow. Oof. I just received the high voltage with that reading. Yeah. If you know what I mean. Well, no, I just feel like, I felt like there's been a shift. Yeah, it just happened. It happened during the 11/11 portal. You received a download. You received a sort of awakening that kind of made you shift instantly. And not only that, you energetically feel it. And this is normal because we've actually shifted to 5D now. So we've actually raised our frequencies. We received major downloads from up there, probably coming from the 11 portal. I think it's been coming in waves and sections, right? It doesn't come all at once, but one major download recently happened, right? So because of this, a lot of things in reality are kind of shifting right now. and there's a lot of things, a lot of changes that needs to be done. And so you're kind of preparing for those changes, or you're kind of like, same time you may be procrastinating and kind of delaying it, kind of like not wanting to make those changes that you know you need to do, and it's leading you to it's basically leading you to a higher state of being. Like, it's just because you're vibrating at such a high vibration now, that, and you receive such an intense download now, and we all did. It's really hard to push away from the old to move forward to that new that new energy that you're vibrating in now. So we have to kind of let go of all belief systems, or we have to let go of something that we're probably attached to. And then this can be more like in regards to old habits, old behaviors that we tend to repeat. Did talk about procrastination too, right? So observe yourself and analyze yourself, and try to write on a paper. What do you keep delaying? What are the things that you keep procrastinating, or what are the things that you feel like you should do, that you've been wanting to, but for some reason you're pulling back towards it, right? So it's saying it's not the time to hesitate. This is the time to go and flow with those things, because you're being called to push towards those things. So really analyze, why you keep being pulled back, and why you keep maybe procrastinating or delaying these situations. And this has probably to do with an old pattern, old behavior that was vibrating in a different frequency. Perhaps it was like an old version of you, old different kind of beliefs and understanding, old programming, right? And that can be, blocking you. And you need to kind of cleanse that, or you need to kind of remove the block of the flow, of the stream that needs to flow. The stream needs to flow. And there is like blockages for the stream to flow. And those blockages are like rocks from the stream. And those rocks are kind of like those belief systems or behaviors or patterns that you probably followed when you were in a much lower state of frequency, right? And because now we've raised our frequency much more higher, that's a message for me. Because our frequency raised a bit much more higher, we can't pull back to that anymore. We have to move on forward. We have to do the things that we have to do that requires you to be in that state. Like I said, so this is why we have like a high voltage. It feels like a high voltage, a quantum leap, moving forward to somewhere where your frequency will match that, or your vibe will match that, or starting to change your habits now and behaviors so that you can align with that. So also about alignment. So trying to align yourself back to that frequency, or it's like you're energetically there already. It's like, this is what's happening to me. I'll use myself as an example, but like I just received such a big quantum leap frequency wise in my energy, and the things that are pulling me back are like my old habits, my bad behaviors, and me being procrastinating on things. And so that is a huge blockage. It's like it's kind of delaying me to move forward, to move quickly with the quantum leap that I'm prepared to do. Because energetically, vibrationally, I'm there, but physically, right, and mentally, I am not there. It's like I have to catch up to my frequency, my new frequency. So that's kind of like the example I want to kind of give to you guys. It's like kind of like that. It's like learning to trying to train your physical body, your mental state of mind, your mental field, and your physical field to start aligning with your frequency now that's much more elevated, right? And that's why you're shifting now. You're going to move very quickly. Once you do that, once you change those habits and those patterns that matched like a previous frequency or energy before receiving the download, if you work on that and shift that, you're going to jump really quick. It's like a quantum leap. So it's because you're vibrationally already there. You've already received a major download, and you're going to get there quickly, right? You're going to get your energy that frequency is good. It's waiting for you. So you have to make shifts. So one of the examples I would give myself is like starting to become a vegan. So I've been vegetarian for quite a while now. So I've been wanting to be vegan. I was vegan for like almost a year in the past, but then I stopped and then for like 9 or 10 months. And now it's like everything's telling me to become a vegan now, be a vegan. I'm getting all these messages to be vegan again. And I'm getting looked down on by my spirit guides every time, I decide to have like cheese or like dairy products and like even like an ice cream. It's like, or even eggs. It's like I can feel my spirit guides kind of like lecturing me and kind of feeling like, no, you gotta stop. You gotta align yourself back to being a vegan. Now, this is just me. This is my personal journey. For you guys, it could be completely different. Everybody has their own personal journey, and maybe your spirit guides are telling you, maybe instead of being vegan, they're telling you, okay, time to be vegetarian, right? Everybody is in their level. Everybody is in their stages. Everybody's in their journey, right? So, but in my case, what I'm saying is that it's being pulled to align with that again, connect with like Mother Earth, connect with your roots again, connect with the earth again, be aligned with like veganism or plant-based foods or, wellness and mental wellness and all these things, right? And it's not like we're not already connected with that, but it's like another push forward so that you catch up with your energetic field, right? Because like I said, this card says there's a quantum leap. Your energy field had a major boost, and now it's time for the physical part and the mental part to catch up. You know what I mean? So that's the message for this one. Very strong card, very powerful card. Okay, so that was the Sacred Rebel. So I'm just gonna take one card from that one. So that was Sacred Rebels. Okay. So let's take one more card. Well, not one more card for this card, but we're gonna take a card from the Isis Oracle now. And I think we'll wrap this up because it's already almost an hour. And I guess I won't really take a card from the Psychic Tarot. I'll leave that for tomorrow or Sunday when I do the weekly readings for you guys. So I'll just do one more Oracle deck. Pull out one more card from the Oracle deck. And I think I'll do this one. So Isis Oracle. So I love this deck. It's so nice. It's so nice. I love like the golden colors in it too. So when you open it, it looks like this. It's nice and blue. I love the gold and the colors. I love the palette. Okay. And the card, how it looks like. Right. Okay, in the book. Okay, so let's take one card out. Healing the Divine Masculine. Okay, so now we're focusing more on the masculine energy because I felt like these cards were more related to feminine energy, right? Well, in one also with masculine because there was a sacred union energy there with both of the energies blending, right? But now we're talking with the Divine Masculine. So let's see Divine Masculines. Let's see what this card has to say for you guys, okay? So, healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. Okay, that's a good message. So, let's read it. Healing the divine masculines. All right, divine masculines. Let's see what message we have here in order to heal any wounds perhaps you guys may have and to restore it, okay? So, okay. Healing the divine masculines. The divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even though the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and ability and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. So helping balance the feminine energy too within you. The inner masculine and inner feminine need each other. When they are in good inner relationship with us, we feel the healthy, whole human beings. We are able to live as ourselves in the world in a relatively peaceful, creative, and enjoyable way. When there is damage to the inner masculine, there is difficulty in standing up for our truth and knowing what our truths and values are, and in knowing how to protect them without feeling as though we have to fight constantly just to be allowed to be ourselves. We might also feel that unless others see things as we do, we have no power and then have to fight to dominate others, manipulating them to our point of view. The inner masculine part of us often needs healing so that he can fulfill his divine purpose of inner strength, protection, and honoring. I'm just gonna and honoring of the self in all its uniqueness, so that we can live as free, strong individuals that know who they are and are happy to just love and be that person and allow others to do the same. This will happen at any time. He is asked to hold even more consciousness, to hold permission and strength to be even more of the unique self. The masculine and feminine within us need to be in balance and with each the divine, the masculine and feminine within us need to be in balance with each other. There is no point having a powerful feminine with unique values and strong creative force without an equally strong masculine energy that is able to act upon those unique values no matter what others may think, and take action to allow the creative force of the inner feminine to flow and to form in the physical world. When your inner feminine is growing and desires to express her uniqueness in the world more boldly than ever before, the inner masculine needs to grow in self-belief, self-worth, and self-confidence so that he may take action to allow the blossoming feminine to truly be in the world whilst feeling secure and safe. This oracle indicates your feminine self is blooming and your masculine needs to be able to protect and honor her. Sometimes, just as Isis looked for Osiris to help put him back together when he was torn apart by hatred, fear, and jealousy of his dark brother Set, our feminine needs to help the masculine to heal so he in turn can help her. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I totally can understand that, and I can relate to it too in my personal life. So, with masculine energies, they're so afraid to connect to their feminine energies. So, masculines, if this is you, a lot of masculines are really not in tune with their feminine energies, or they sense it, but they push it away, or they maybe feel shameful of it, or just don't like being in that vulnerable state or sensitive state. There's something that they need to heal that, because it's so important to heal your inner feminine energies, divine masculines. If you heal your feminine energies, there's going to be such a huge internal shift within you. And if you allow it to come out and blossom, like in the readings here, it says it's gonna allow your it's gonna balance out, because like I said, if you let it out, if you release the divine feminine energy within you and let her blossom, the divine masculine is gonna kind of like hold her and protect her. It's kind of both your hemisphere, your feminine energy will flow, and then your masculine self will kind of protect that part of you as well and allow it to kind of balance and harmony. So you harmonizing itself. So that part of you will always kind of sustain her, sustain you, sustain that feminine energy within you. So, and it's also relating to feminine energies as well. It's like the story of like how Isis kind of restored Osiris, like how he was, all his pieces where he was broken into pieces, right? But then Osiris kind of gathered all his missing pieces, right, and restored him again, and healed him, and resurrected him, right? So it's like that. The balance is like you need that feminine, both feminine and masculine energies within you, because you're allowing them to heal you. So by awakening this feminine energy within you, you are also healing your masculine energy by allowing her to blossom and flourish, and letting her, rise, or express herself. Then the masculine energy is also going to be healed by her, right? And at the same time, she's being healed by him, because he's sustaining her, in that sense. So within you, this is all within you, masculine energies and feminine energies within you, right? Now, if it's not just relating within you, it can relate to people you're dealing with. Maybe you're dealing with female energies, or female energies dealing with masculine energies. It's really saying that for the feminine energies to start focusing on healing the masculine energies, right? So instead of always opposing and being in conflict within each other, I think it's time for the feminine energy to actually be that healer that the masculine energies really need, right? And by putting them together, by putting the masculines together, by restoring them, by healing them, in a way, she heals herself. In a way, the feminine energy, the divine feminine energies also get healed by restoring the masculines, putting them back together, by putting back the broken pieces together. You're helping also yourself. You're also going to be healed in the process, with the masculine also healing her by providing what she needs, right, from the masculines, right? So, but this is where the nurturing part of the feminine has to rise up. And that can be quite difficult for the feminine energy, because like wounded masculines, we have wounded feminines as well. So it will need some time and strength for the feminine to restore herself as well, to start restoring the masculine energies, right? And then in return, once they're healed, she as well will be healed. That's the message I got. It's really nice. It's so beautiful. It's so sweet. But yeah, so that's the message. And if it's not really relating to an external, like dealing with external people with feminine energies, or external people with masculine energies, then it's referring for you balancing both hemisphere, both that part of yourself, by healing, by allowing the female energy to come forward. You will allow your masculine energy within you to be healed, and then be healed vice versa with her. So within you, and having like a good balance, harmonic equilibrium within you, very centered. Okay, so that's the message. All right, so I think that's it. I think I'm done now. Oh, I want to take one more card. I really like these cards. Maybe one more card, but I'll just like read it very short. One more card. From the Isis Oracle. Ah! This one, two popped up. All three of them came out. I don't think I'll read all of them, but these just like, this one just popped out. This one says, sorry, I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be talking so loud. It's supposed to be relaxing. I still have to practice making ASMR videos. So, proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. What do you think it means? Yeah. So this one like jumped in my face. And along with this one, past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. Definitely past life connection. I sense this is like a past life card. This is really nice. Lifetimes. Past life, present power. The many spiritual faces of you. And this one's really nice. It's like a blue crystal. It reminds me of lapis lazuli. Sapphire, maybe. Something like that. It says temple. Oh, I swear I didn't know it said lapis lazuli here, and it says lapis lazuli. Temple of lapis lazuli. Lazuli. Goddess of the ancient skies. Ooh, ancient skies. So it's really nice. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them. Which one? Kevin, if you're still there, choose one. I don't know. I'm really drawn to this one. So I'm gonna read this one, and that's it. So this one is Temple of Lapis Lazuli, Goddess of the Ancient Skies. Can't see. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Goddess of the ancient skies, your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only herald from the earth, it speaks to me so strongly. It holds much special wisdom of star peoples from civilizations far. Oh God, this really resonates with me. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only herald from the earth. It holds much special wisdom of star peoples from civilizations far and near, with unique high vibrational awarenesses that can help humanity transition from a civilization based in fear, 3D, that's 3D, to a love-based culture. That's 5D. You are guided to come into deeper acceptance of your own inner knowing now. Ancient souls with experience of consciousness and community from more spiritually advanced civilizations are here on the planet, are here on this planet to be themselves to the fullest extent possible in order to help support each other and heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. The challenge can be that such ancient souls can feel out of place here on Earth for a time as they go through an adjustment process and remember their healing mission on this planet. I can relate to that. These souls hold much inner wisdom of star peoples and civilizations far and wide in the galaxy and beyond. This is so true. This inner wisdom vibrates at a higher level than the frequencies of fear, aggression, dominance, and disconnection that are a part of the global human wounding they are here to help with. That are here to help heal. So it's true. This earth is under a lot of, frequencies of fear, aggression, dominance. And this is what makes us stay, this is what makes humans in the earth stay in the 3D reality, 3D density. Lots of energy, and based on fear, manipulation, all those energies, aggression, dominance, it's all what keeps us in vibrating in 3D here. Well, the earth vibrating in 3D, right? But these star people, these beings that come to, help humanity, actually, they actually, the star people that are like beyond galaxies and beyond. This is I'm gonna explain what happened to me in the 1111 portal. This relates to me a lot. They're basically these ancient souls are here to kind of help the humans kind of transition out of that transition out of like the frequencies of fear and aggression and dominance and move into a higher elevated frequency, 5D basically, right? So because they're a civilization that isn't run by that. It's a civilization that is, it's a planet that they live in planets and star systems that thrive, in regards to love and good human culture, good like they have such inner wisdoms and they vibrate at such a high level of frequency, right? That's what I mean. So that's why they're here to help, right? And that's why they feel so disconnected from everyone around them, because everyone around them vibrates at such a a frequency of like fear, or like it's just so different from where they came from, right? And I relate this because I connect myself to this too. This is why ancient souls are needed, of course, to help offer a different reality, which is more whole and connected to oneness and love. But the challenge is not to lose belief and honoring of your own true inner wisdom and deep soul truth, while becoming a member of a culture that is still so different to yours. This oracle comes to you to provide much needed spiritual recognition that you have wisdom and understanding within you that is very ancient and flows from the soul, and that you also have a sacred connection to wisdoms that come from star peoples of Sirius. I knew it would be Sirius. I keep getting messages that are probably, I'm either a Syrian or an Arcturian. But lately I've been getting signs that it's mostly related to, I think I'm connected to the Syrians. That's what I feel. And that you also have a sacred connection to wisdoms that come from star peoples of Sirius and other celestial beings that serve through unconditional love. These are beings that give unconditional love. These are beings that come teach the earth unconditional love so they can shift from 3D to 5D, right? Quantum leap. So these beings have so much wisdom that they're ancient they're ancient souls, and they come from higher dimensions and realms, and from solar systems and star systems that are beyond here, and they offer themselves to actually come here into the earth at a low vibrational frequency, that is ruled by fear and dominance and ego, and they're here to shift it. Just them being here is already a huge shift. Like the earth's energies already shifts, right? So there's a lot of them around the earth scattered around, and you may be one of them, right? Or you may be encountering one that has this ability, right? That you need maybe to learn from. Or you may feel like you're one of them. Who knows, right? So yeah, these beings are actually just their energy of being here around the earth has already kind of shifted and leaped, kind of like how gave the earth a quantum leap in that sense, because they're all about unconditional love. And humans have changed, like us humans, humanity has shifted now because of those shifts, right? Yes. This is neither strange nor weird, but it is precious, and although you are not the only one of your kind here, it is far from a common soul type on this planet, mostly because it takes a lot of strength and dedication to be able to sustain existence purposefully in a vibration that is lower than your own natural vibration. This oracle comes to you with an offering of guidance. Remember who you are within. Do not try to fit with external models of how to be in this world, for you are here to help birth a new way that is more aligned with spiritual truth. Yeah. You are guided to trust in your wisdom, to sit and contemplate any issues that you are questioning right now, and to trust in the voice of your heart. Guidance doesn't have to make logical sense, though often at a higher level you will perceive a higher divine logic in the guidance. It just needs to feel as though it makes your heart expand, and that will be a sign for you that it is your truth. Okay, so that's the message of this card. I think I kind of already explained it already in depth of what it means and what it could be. And I kind of related it to myself too. So if you resonate with that, if it relates to you too, and that's great too. And then the rest of the message I will leave it up to you guys to connect with what it means for you guys. Okay. So yeah, so that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I won't really talk about the other cards, but maybe next time. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this oracle reading that I did. And kind of like a relaxing session. So when I get really, well, kind of relaxing, because when I get really into the cards, I get a little fired up. But I hope it was still kind of relaxing, and I hope it was like insightful, and enjoyed the colors of the cards or just the oracle decks in general, right? And gain insight and resonated with it a bit. Okay. And yeah, so I'm glad to see you guys back here, and it's been a while, so hello everyone again. And look forward to more videos, that I'm going to be posting more videos now. So this is the Isis Oracle cards, Oracle deck. And yeah, so I'm done with this session of Oracle readings, and yeah, look forward to my other readings that I'll be starting to do again now that I'm all settled. Now that I kind of unboxed all my boxes now, and I'm having a more balanced lifestyle with work, life, and everything. So I have time to do these videos now, and I have time to like plot cards now for you guys, and yeah, so because it's been a while. So All right, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna mention about my 1111 experience. So yeah, with the star beings and star systems, this card really kind of connected to what I experienced during the 1111 portal, where actually I was visited by my star brothers and soul family. Actually connected with them in such a deep level. I never experienced something like this, and it was like an awakening of who I am, and then made me realize, right, this is who I am, right, this is why I have these struggles, or why sometimes I feel everything feels like things don't feel so fulfilling here on earth, or why I feel like kind of like different from the rest, or like what am I supposed to be doing. And it's kind of like I connected with them so strongly that I kind of had like visions of how it felt like to be in the dimension I used to live in the previous world that I was in. And I even had a vision a long time ago where I kind of, when I meditated, I kind of went through like a tunnel, and through the tunnel it was passing really fast. And as I arrived, I just see 3 beautiful star systems with like something blurry in the bottom, and I didn't know what it was, so I kind of digital painted it. I was like painting and something blurry. They looked kind of like clouds, and then above it were just 3 stars like this. One of them was like a magenta looking, and one of them was like a purple, and one was like blue. I just don't remember, but they were so beautiful, and I just see those 3 stars and something blurry in the bottom. And then I realized, because I got clarifications from my spirit guides, that the blurry thing in the bottom was actually like a planet, like it looked like a planet, and it had, I don't know if it had a ring on it or it had like some cloud debris on it, but it was like I couldn't see it. It was a bit blurry, but it was like a planet there, and above it were like 3 star systems with these vibrant magenta, blue, purplish colors. And I remember having that vision a while ago when I was connecting again with my star brothers again, and I painted it out, and then I got confirmation of what it really was. And then that same feeling came back to me in the 1111 portal after so many years, and it brought me back and it woke me up again. And then I kind of like, oh, okay, I understand everything now. It was just so fulfilling. I was so sad when they left, because portal closes and they have to leave, and I just like, I cried so much. It's like I felt so connected to them, and then this card, that's why I kind of relate to this card too. So, but yeah, this was my story. Write down your stories, how you guys connected to the cards, if you guys experienced certain situations like this with star beings, soul families. If you connected with the feminine and masculine energies in the readings, or what it was suggesting, or your sacred union that we got here also in the card. Okay, and yeah, I would like to know what you guys got. Okay, and your experiences as well. Okay. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this oracle reading. I'm going to be doing weekly readings again, so look forward for them too. So, all right, hope it was relaxing too. Okay, so I'll see you guys again. Okay, bye.